Coffee is slowly killing you. Here are 7 ways how. Do you love that morning cup of coffee? If you are like 63% of Americans, that morning cup of Joe is your daily energy booster. But what if we tell you that coffee is not what you think? More than 3 cups of coffee a day are dangerous for your health. And this is what the latest research says. Today, we will explore the 7 ways how coffee is destroying your health over time. The negative effects of coffee are mainly due to the high content of caffeine in it. This compound increases the production of stress hormones in your body, leading to inflammation and making you feel lousy. Another important point is caffeine makes you addicted to it. This habituation might make it hard for your body cells to respond to blood sugar, resulting in high blood sugar levels, followed by other complexities. While coffee offers many benefits, when taken excessively, it can act as a slow poison for your overall health. In fact, King Gustav III of Sweden feared coffee's effects so much that he sentenced twins to drink only coffee for life instead of a death sentence. That's crazy! Well, let's jump right into the topic and find out the 7 ways how coffee might be dangerous for you. But before that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more awesome content keeping you healthy. Now, let's get started with the negative effects of coffee on your health. Number 1. Loss of electrolytes. Too much coffee consumption has negative effects on electrolyte balance in the body, potentially leading to health issues. Electrolytes are essential minerals like sodium, potassium, calcium, chloride, phosphate, and magnesium. They play vital roles in hydration, nutrient transport, waste removal, and the proper functioning of nerves, muscles, heart, and brain. Coffee has large amounts of caffeine, which is a foreign compound, and therefore has to leave the body. The caffeine exits the body through your pee, but it attaches electrolytes with itself while leaving. So, when coffee is consumed in large amounts, it can contribute to electrolyte depletion, particularly potassium. Remember, electrolytes are much harder to replace than water. You cannot hydrate or even absorb the water you drink without these electrolytes. Moreover, low potassium levels in the blood can also lead to a medical condition called hypokalemia. This condition can lead to abnormal heart rhythms, muscle weakness, and even paralysis. It was found that a 29-year-old man who consumed over 15 cups of coffee daily experienced recurrent episodes of low potassium levels. This was resolved by stopping coffee intake and receiving IV potassium replacement, emphasizing the link between caffeine consumption and electrolyte imbalance. Coffee's impact on electrolytes is not limited to potassium. Caffeine can also disrupt the balance of other electrolytes like phosphorus, leading to anxiety, fatigue, fragile bones, and weakness. In simpler terms, when you drink a lot of coffee, it can mess with the minerals your body needs to function properly. These minerals keep your body hydrated, move nutrients around, get rid of waste, and ensure your nerves, muscles, heart, and brain work well. Coffee, with its caffeine content, can throw off these minerals, leading to disruption in electrolyte balance, which is dangerous for your overall health. Moving to the next way coffee can be harmful. Number 2. Reduced iron absorption. Coffee might be your go-to morning beverage. However, it's important to be mindful of how coffee consumption may affect iron absorption in your body. Iron is an important mineral necessary for various bodily functions, such as oxygen transport, energy production, and immune system support. Coffee contains compounds such as polyphenols and tannins, which can inhibit the absorption of iron, especially the type of iron found in plant-based foods and supplements. Recent studies show that your morning coffee might be interfering with your iron intake. It was found that coffee can block your body from absorbing iron, especially from plant-based sources, by up to 60 to 90%. This can be very concerning if you rely on plant-based sources of iron, like beans or spinach, or if you are at risk of iron deficiency, such as pregnant women, children, and individuals with anemia. This means you might not be getting enough iron from your food, which is important for basic things like carrying oxygen in your blood and keeping you energized. Now, is there any solution to this? It's easy. Just consider separating coffee consumption from meals high in iron. You can opt for other beverages during meal times to optimize iron absorption. Number 3. Hormonal imbalance. For you, coffee might be the ultimate elixir that fuels your productivity and keeps you alert, but it sure has a bunch of hidden side effects. Research suggests that excessive coffee consumption can disrupt your hormonal balance, which affects your health in many ways. Cortisol, which is also called stress hormone, is naturally produced by your body to deal with stressful situations. According to studies, coffee can trigger the release of additional cortisol, and additional cortisol means additional stress. While a temporary boost might be helpful, constant high cortisol levels can lead to problems like anxiety, sleep disturbances, and even weight gain. Your hormones are just like an orchestra, where each instrument is playing its part in harmony. Coffee can also disrupt this delicate balance by affecting your sex hormones, like estrogen and progesterone. Some studies suggest that high caffeine intake might be linked to an estrogen-dominant state, which can cause menstrual irregularities. The story doesn't end there. Coffee can also impact your sleep, another crucial factor in hormonal health. Caffeine acts as a stimulant, making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. Disrupted sleep patterns can further mess with your cortisol rhythm, creating a vicious cycle. Coffee might also interfere with the absorption of essential nutrients, like B vitamins and magnesium, which are vital for proper hormone production. Number 4. Risk of heart disease. According to some findings, in the 1800s, doctors in Europe blamed coffee for causing everything from hallucinations to heart issues. It seems like their blames were not baseless. Chlorogenic acids found in coffee can delay glucose absorption in the intestine. This can cause side effects such as anxiety, dizziness, and rapid heart rate. Recent research has shown that chlorogenic acids can also increase homocysteine levels in the body. Homocysteine is an amino acid normally produced by your body. However, when it is produced at higher levels than actually required, it can cause inflammation and oxidative stress. Both of these are key factors in the development of cardiovascular disease. So, chlorogenic acids in your coffee may indirectly contribute to the progression of cardiovascular complications, especially if you've been suffering from diabetes. Number 5. Digestive discomfort. You know, that feeling when your stomach acid sneaks back up into your throat? Yeah, coffee can sometimes make that happen more often. When you drink coffee, it can rev up the production of stomach acid. This extra acid can stir up some trouble in your tummy, causing things like indigestion, bloating, or even making acid reflux worse. The combination of caffeine and other compounds in coffee can relax the lower esophageal sphincter. This muscle prevents stomach acid from flowing back into the esophagus. The relaxation of this muscle allows stomach acid to move upward, causing heartburn, regurgitation, and irritation of the esophagus. Moreover, the acidity of coffee itself can irritate the stomach lining, leading to indigestion and discomfort. For individuals with existing gastrointestinal conditions like ulcers or gastritis, the stimulation of stomach acid production by coffee can worsen symptoms. So while coffee might be a popular pick-me-up for your energy, it can also pick and stir things up in your stomach. Number 6. Disturbed sleep cycle. You can take coffee as a double-edged sword. It might be your morning fuel, but you can end up regretting its overuse. Excessive coffee consumption can wreak havoc on your sleeping patterns. A disturbed sleep cycle can absolutely destroy your overall health. For centuries, coffee has been a staple in many cultures worldwide, known for its stimulating properties that enhance alertness and productivity. Caffeine, the primary active ingredient in coffee, acts as an antagonist to adenosine. Adenosine is a neurotransmitter that promotes sleepiness. By blocking adenosine receptors, coffee masks fatigue, allowing you to feel more alert. This temporary benefit, however, comes at a great cost. Caffeine has a half-life of approximately 6 hours, meaning it takes that long for the body to eliminate half of the consumed amount. This extended presence can impact your ability to fall asleep and stay asleep, especially when consumed close to bedtime. Studies have shown that caffeine consumption close to bedtime can shift rapid eye movement and disrupt the natural sleep cycle. Research has shown that poor quality sleep is associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular diseases, metabolic disorders, cognitive decline, mood disturbances, and impaired immune function. The impact of disrupted sleep on health is multifaceted, where sleep disruption triggers a series of negative health consequences. Number 7. Addiction. Addiction, no matter the source, is always a loss. The addictive nature of coffee arises from the stimulating effects of caffeine on the central nervous system, which can create a cycle of dependence. Scientific evidence has shed light on how this addiction to coffee can have negative effects on health. When you drink too much coffee, the chemicals in your brain are disturbed, creating a sense of dependency. The more you drink coffee, the more your body gets used to it and feels like you need it. That means you need to chug down more and more cups to get that same jolt you used to get from just one. Once you become addicted, quitting coffee can bring on some very unpleasant withdrawal symptoms. Headaches, feeling wiped out, major crankiness, and trouble focusing are all signs your body is missing its coffee fix. Habitual coffee drinking has been associated with dehydration, increased cholesterol levels, and potential bone loss due to inadequate calcium intake. So what can we do? Well, to start, moderation is key. Limiting coffee intake to 2 to 3 cups a day, or even less for those sensitive to caffeine, might be a good first step. If your hand reaches out to the 4th or 5th cup, drink water instead. Water naturally flushes out caffeine from your body and prevents dehydration. You can also consider switching to decaf later in the day and avoid coffee on an empty stomach, as it can further disrupt nutrient absorption. Remember, coffee doesn't have to be the villain. By being mindful of your intake and listening to your body, you can still enjoy this popular beverage without compromising your health. So, how many cups of coffee do you take in a day? Are you addicted to it? Can you start your day without a cup of coffee? Have you ever faced any consequences of high coffee intake? Pour in your thoughts on this. We are eager to hear from you. If you like the content and want more like this, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Stay healthy, stay happy.